While Unalaq sought to become a dark avatar, Zahir sought to literally plunge the world into chaos, and Kuvira was basically Ozai 2.0. Amon was the only villain whose goal and philosophy was completely selfless, pure, and had no malice behind it. He genuinely wanted to make the world a fair and better place, in the best way he knew how. Instead of the world being a place where those who are gifted take advantage of those without the same gifts, his philosophy was one of equality, heavily focused on utilitarianism, the belief that even if a few must suffer, they should do so for the sake of the greater good. To understand Amon's philosophy, let's take a brief look at his backstory. Amon was born in the Northern Water Tribe and grew up with his parents and his little brother, Unalaq. Back then, his name, or rather his real name, was Unalaq. Unalaq was a loving and caring person, traits that he inherited from his mother. His father gave him the traits that we see later on in the story. Unalaq's father was Yakon, a former mob boss who became the most powerful criminal in Republic City. He did this due to his incredible ability to bloodbend, something he could do even when there isn't a full moon, and could do with his mind. Avatar Aang defeated Yakon and took away his bending. After this, Yakon got plastic surgery and ran away to the Northern Water Tribe, where he got married and had Unalaq and his brother. He swore revenge on the Avatar, and once he discovered that his two sons were waterbenders, he began training them in waterbending and then bloodbending. Unalaq was a prodigy. He was so good, in fact, that he mastered his father's psychic bloodbending ability by the age of 14. But he became cold and distant. Gone were the good days where him and his little brother would play outside. Now all he did was train to meet his father's expectations. One day Unalaq's father made the two sons bloodbend each other. Unalaq attacked his brother, but when it was Unalaq's turn, he refused. Yakon shouted at Unalaq. Unalaq then bloodbent his father and told him he was weak. He then ran away, never to be seen again. The next time we see him was when he took on the persona of Amon. In my opinion, this is what caused the creation of Amon. Amon hated how his father thought that they were better than other people, due to their ability to bloodbend. He hated how his brother was not treated with the same amount of respect as he was, due to him not being as good at bloodbending. In short, he hated inequality, even if that inequality benefited him. Amon wanted everything to be fair, and was even willing to downplay his own abilities so that his brother could keep up. He truly was a selfless person, and this need for equality formed the basis of his philosophy. The fact that Unalaq took on the persona of Amon speaks to this. He could have easily used his real name and tried to pursue equality with brute force, but instead he made up a fake origin story and wore a mask. The man tried to lead an entire revolution against benders and didn't want any of the credit for it at all. I've watched this season of Legend of Korra a few times, and honestly man, after studying Amon as a character, I don't think he did anything wrong at all. In fact, I believe there is a serious argument to be made about how Amon is in fact the hero. Let me give you some examples. 1. Until the final battle, Amon didn't kill, injure, or commit any serious crimes at all. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't kill anyone at all. 2. He only targeted evil benders for the most part. For example, his first victim was Lightning Bolt Zolt, a notorious criminal in the Republic City underworld. 3. Once the Equalists gained fame in Republic City, the Republic City police force began rounding up non-benders like cattle and throwing them into prison. They literally started behaving like the oppressors that Amon said they were. They proved him right. 4. If Amon had succeeded in equalizing the world, then the crimes committed by Unalaq, the Red Lotus, and Kuvira would have never even happened. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make you see that this guy is not a bad guy at all. On top of that, his methods weren't bad either. Say he went the peaceful route and tried to appeal to the empathy of the benders. Do you think that Unalaq and the other council members would have done anything? Do you think that criminals like Shady Shin and Lightning Bolt Zolt would have changed their ways? Absolutely not. Some people only respond to one language, and that's force. There is no major villain in the Legend of Korra saga that wasn't a bender, and all the villains in the show would not have been able to do half the things they did if they were not benders. I'll ask you the question again. What exactly did Amon do wrong? All he did was take away the abilities of the powerful to level the playing field. Yeah, sure, he used intimidation tactics to scare the people who had bending abilities, but that's technically not illegal. He didn't kill anyone, he didn't kidnap anyone, and if he did, it wasn't for long. He didn't steal from anyone. Like, bro, honestly, what did he do that was so bad? All he did was take people's bending away, and he mainly focused on people who were using their bending abilities to commit crimes or gain power. The only flaw I can see in his philosophy is that he confused equality with being the same. Equality means that we are all treated the same, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we are all the same. What do I mean? There will always be differences between people. Even if one were to take away bending, some people will naturally be stronger than others, other people will be smarter, and other people will be more charismatic. There will always be differences between people, and taking away what makes each of us special in order for all of us to simply be clones of one another won't make us equal at all. Instead, if one could find a way to make all people treat each other as equals, regardless of our gifts and differences, one would achieve a society that truly values equality. But as we all know, that is simply impossible. If you enjoy my content and would like to see more, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. See you soon.